Okay, so we're now going to apply the principle of condensation and hydrolysis reactions to making triglycerides. So what we're thinking about is now lipids, fats. So we're going to start off with our base 2 monomers that we should be aware of, having done a little bit of research into this before. So we start with our first molecule, which is glycerol. Okay, and what you should be able to see here is our wondrous, marvellous OH group. Okay, so just based off what we have seen before, we should be expecting that this group will be involved in the condensation hydrolysis reaction. Okay, so the next group that we're looking at is our fatty acid chain. Okay, and we remember that our C double bond OH, C double bond O, and our OH end shows that this is the acid group. So the acid group is this part, and our chain, remember, is just simply a shorthand way of drawing a whole load of carbons joined to hydrogens. Okay, so we'll just bond one for the moment, but you can see that because we have the opportunity, we'll have the space for 3 pairings here, we end up with triglyceride because we are going to bond 3 fats to this. Okay, so if we consider what we would do in an exam and how we're going to show this, we do exactly the same as what we just did with the carbohydrate molecules. So we take the parts of the of the 2 groups that are going to bond and show that we can make water from them. Okay, so once we have removed that and taken out those molecules, what we should be able to see is that this will then form a bond here. Now generally we show this as a straight bond, and we now have a bond formed. So we have joined one fatty acid to our glycerol chain. Now in a triglyceride or lipids, we call this not a glycosidic bond but an ester bond. Okay, so we have just made one ester bond, and you can also see that we have also created water from it. So if we were to repeat that process, I'm going to cheat again and copy and paste. You should be able to see that we will end up with 3 fatty acid chains linked to our glycerol molecule. Okay, and instead of just 1, we end up with 3 H2O molecules. You could just write 3 H2O. And it is as simple as that. Just applying that same idea of losing water, condensation reaction to form a triglyceride. And if we start with a triglyceride, then it is a hydrolysis to form 3 fatty acids and glycerol. And we would do exactly the same in reverse. So if we would try to show this, if this was our starting molecule, instead of having our water additional, we'll just show it on this one bottom bond. We see water being added across our ester bond, and this is then going to result in, if you just imagine that this is the bottom of the molecule, this is going up as well, that we reform our OH group here, and that we reform our OH group on our fatty acid chain. Okay, and that's how we would do it. So the really important thing is remembering to make sure that you're showing your curly arrow going in across that bond with water at the end of it.